Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer just around 3 months ago over at Star Wars Celebration over in Chicago, it left a lot of fans very excited and eager to see the next trailer that'll show fans and give fans a better idea and sense of the overall tone of this movie and the direction that J.J. Abrams is bringing the fans for the final installment of the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So, as you all know, this July over at San Diego Comic-Con is when we will finally get to see new footage of The Rise of Skywalker in the form of a brand new trailer of this movie by J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and everybody connected with this movie by Disney and Lucasfilm. Now, what's really exciting about all of this is that we will understand a lot more about this film. We're going to be getting more answers to certain questions about the plot of the film, so look forward to that. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming trailer 2 of this movie, this is where things begin to get very exciting. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of Rey with her ignited lightsaber running away from 3 Knights of Ren on their speeders, where it's described that Rey is running across a battlefield while the 3 Knights are chasing her and firing their blasters at her. It's described that chaos is happening in the background between the Resistance and the First Order. The next describes a rear shot of Luke Skywalker in his ceremonial robes, next to R2-D2 looking up at the sky with his ignited green lightsaber, where Luke is described to be standing in front of a unique structure that may be a Jedi Temple or something else on a new world in the form of a flashback. The scenery is said to be dark and grim, where Luke's dialogue is placed over the shot talking about the legacy of the Jedi as a foundation for something new. The next describes Kylo Ren with his ignited lightsaber in a standoff against the mysterious black-cloaked figure in the middle of a rainstorm, where it transitions to a close-up of Kylo's eyes, where Palpatine's dialogue begins to play over the shot, talking about the return of the Sith, where the last goes over both Rey and Kylo Ren, locking their lightsaber blades together, where Kylo is said to have his helmet on during the shot, where a revised version of the Imperial March plays over the sequence by John Williams. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that the marketing of this movie is going to be very important from the month of July all the way up until the release of Episode 9. Now, we are just 6 months away, just under 6 months away, I must add, by 4 days, from the release of this movie, alright? So they really do have to kickstart their marketing for Episode 9, and that's exactly what they will be doing over at San Diego Comic-Con, and of course D23, and especially in the fall of 2019, which is where you're going to see a lot of TV spots on and off, as well as the final and third trailer for Episode 9. So as far as this upcoming trailer for July, the one piece that really stood out to me the most is where we have a sequence involving the character of Luke Skywalker, a rear shot of him looking up at the sky and, of course, toward a unique building in the background, a unique structure, if you will, that may or may not be a brand new Jedi Temple. This most likely is in the form of a flashback, so keep that in mind. But the dialogue that plays over the shot by Luke Skywalker, portrayed by Mark Hamill, is what really interests me the most, is where it's described that Luke is basically describing that the legacy of the Jedi is being used as a foundation to create something new. So, could we actually see the new order, whatever it's going to be, and will it be demonstrated in the overall plot of Episode 9? You know, this also falls directly in line with the dialogue by Yoda and Luke in The Last Jedi, where Luke says to Yoda, "So it is time for the Jedi Order to end," and Yoda says, "Time it is." So, going into Episode 9 now, it seems like J.J. Abrams is really picking up on that piece of foreshadowing of what's to come in this movie and exactly where the new order is going to go. So, moving past all of this, alright, the other piece that I do want to go over is the sequence in which both Kylo Ren and this mysterious black-cloaked figure are in the middle of a rainstorm, where the dialogue of Emperor Palpatine eventually plays over the shot. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Ian McDiarmid actually recorded a lot of voiceover work that was actually going to be dedicated for the upcoming trailer of Episode 9 this July. So, we're actually going to hear Palpatine talk, as opposed to him just laughing, like how he did in The Rise of Skywalker's first teaser trailer. So that's one thing to look forward to as well, and it's going to be very nice to hear Ian McDiarmid once again, just to let the fans know that he really is back as Lord Sidious himself. And lastly, alright, the last one that I do want to go over is how Rey is actually running away from 3 Knights of Ren on their speeders across a battlefield while they are shooting at her. She's using her ignited lightsaber, she's on foot, and running away from the 3 Knights of Ren on speeders. This is, once again, another original idea by J.J. Abrams. Originally in Episode 7, J.J. wanted to introduce the Knights of Ren on their very own speeders, where they would be using these in a major battle sequence that was ultimately scrapped from the film and saved for a later point in time in the sequel trilogy. We do know that J.J. loves the Knights of Ren. He even said in the Blu-ray commentary of The Force Awakens that he really wishes that they could very well have a live-action TV series or movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.